our group name is SVC Latino Initiative. We're from Skagit Valley College. Our event was El Día de los Niños with, in collaboration with the Mountain View School District. And my name is Anaí.
My name is Caitlin. I am my second year at Skagit Valley going for DTA.
I'm Janet. I'm also a second year.
My name is Paola. I'm my final year of college.
My name is Christina. I'm in my first year of college. I am hoping to go to Seattle after for psychiatry.
So when it came to planning the project, we did a lot of brainstorming. We were talking about to do like a hygiene drive, a school supply drive, or just doing a collaboration with the school district. When we narrowed it down, Dr. Victor Vergara, the superintendent of Mount Vernon High School, came to talk to us about the new meal that he wanted to bring into the school. And so we chose to do that project. And then when it came to finances, we reached out to local supporters. And so Red Robin was a huge donor. The Mount Vernon School District was too, and then the funds also came from our personal funds.
Al principio, para poder planear este proyecto, las ideas principales que teníamos era para hacer unas pequeñas bolsitas con productos de higiene, principalmente para los estudiantes de secundaria y de preparatoria. Después tuvimos una visita por el superintendente de Mount Vernon y él nos ofreció la idea de participar en su evento del Día del Niño, lo cual nos gustó más y preferimos irnos por esa ruta y elegir el evento del Día del Niño. Para ayuda financiera estuvimos buscando alrededor en tiendas locales, pero la mayoría de los fondos vinieron de fondos personales de nosotros.
We also wanted to do a closing drive to collect those bills who might want access to it but can't. And I asked these three small businesses if they wanted to donate something, and they said yes. I want to get people excited to donate. And this is great. And the fathers are very pretty, so they were really excited to donate clothes in order to receive gifts with a floral design or bouquet.
Parte de nuestro proyecto era incluir una donación de ropa y para poder hacerlo más, que a la gente le llamara más la atención, decidimos, una vez que ellos donaran su ropa, decidimos meterlos en una rifa para que ganaran algo que estas tres personas decidieron regalarnos para poder hacer nuestro proyecto posible.
So our objective and outcome was to welcome families, create meaningful connections, and empowering families around the area and communities of Mount Vernon. And here was our creativity project. So basically we had like those passports, goodie bags, clothes, and we even have our local areas of the ecology worksheet. It's both English and Spanish for kids to do, just to know about our area.
So parte del proyecto que tuvimos, aparte de la ropa, era hacer unos pasaportes para que los niños pudieran visitar cada uno de los pequeños diferentes stands que estuvieran ahí a un lado. Y también les dimos bolsitas que tenían crayolas y libros de colorear, aparte de que tuvimos un papel de ecología en español y inglés para todos los niños.
And here's what the ecology worksheet looks like. Here's like the English version and then the Spanish version of it. And the next slide will be the passport idea. So basically we have the kids do the activities. We would have them have approach one of these tables like the Skagit Coding Robotics Club. They would get a stamp. We asked them to receive 10 of them and come back to our table so that they can receive a ticket and they can get a free churro and one candy.
Some of the project challenges that we faced were missing information, poor time management, lack of communication, and missing details. One of the big challenges that we faced was when we got to the high school the day of, we were told that we were going to be split up into two different groups instead of just being one group together. And so we had to kind of work together and figure out who goes what and like to make sure that each side was saying the right things to their children and families.
Tuvimos algunos problemas durante nuestro proyecto. El principal fue de la falta de comunicación. El día que tuvimos el proyecto, nos separaron en dos grupos y nosotros pensábamos que íbamos solamente a estar en uno. Lo otro que tuvimos fue que nos faltaron un poquito más de detalles, no nos dijeron cómo iba a funcionar y también un poquito de información que nos faltó.
Project lessons. One of the things that I really admire about our project lesson was the personal growth that we have seen in each other, not just ours, but with other projects as well, like right in front of us. We also wanted to make a community impact to say like, hey, we're not alone, like, you know, it's a different step for everyone. We also learned a lot from our failures, and that has helped us to reach our success goals that we have.
So for future plans, we wish to have more clothes to be able to donate. I forgot to mention earlier on that we managed to collect 12 white trash bags full of clothes, which had like jeans, sweaters, and dresses. Some of them were really good clothes, and we managed to give some away to a faith church food where they will be distributed, and then the other part of the clothes will be going out to a community lake center where they would distribute the clothes. I emailed her and really happy to receive the clothes, and hopefully we can expand this and collect more clothes to give to other shelters in the area like Marysville or Seattle where it's mostly needed.
Nuestros planes para el futuro es seguir con la donación de ropa. Nos gustaría que la gente siguiera donando ropa y así nosotros seguir poder dar ropa a más gente, poder pasar el proyecto a la siguiente clase, si ellos les gustaría seguir con eso y así seguir ayudando a gente.
We want to give a huge thank you to the Mount Vernon School District and then also to Red Robin.
Do you guys have any questions for us?
I have a question. I thought you were going to get out. First of all, great job. And I'm curious if you all could share about a moment where you all had to shift or pivot your approach, or direction, or change it because of something that you found.
I think it was kind of the day of the event, but we were split up into two because in the beginning we were all going to be at one booth, you do this, you do that, and then all of a sudden we get them and it's, hey, it's two different tables. You guys are doing different things, completely different things. So we had to get more things on our table in order to bring the same result that we wanted.
Yeah, you click on your feet. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing.
I was fortunate to be there, but I know that not everyone was, but there was a lot of kids there, and I know you all experienced, like you got to interact with them, and it was a Latino, and so how do you think they reacted to the worksheets of like getting the stamps and things for them that morning?
They were really happy. It was like receiving like candy.
Rewards?
Yeah, they were taking the act because I know sometimes like we would see the parents do the work, but it was the kids that did all the work and they were just honestly happy.
They were excited to come to our table and see if we had to offer stickers or candies and the grants. It was really nice to see the small on the college face when they were that they get their tags and a little scavenger hunt kind of where they can explore other things.
Yeah, maybe some of you can volunteer to talk about what you might have learned, like from, like, you've got future careers coming up, and did this help you with, like, did you learn anything about leadership, or did you learn anything that you personally take away, and you're like, man, I'm gonna use this for my future, whatever I'm gonna do?
I think that maybe it was a very full on personal growth. I've been working for about like 5 years now, and I think what I noticed is that I focused too much on my job, that I completely forgot much. It was like, it felt so good to volunteer, do events at the high school, do events at middle school. I mean, before I started working, that was one of the things I loved doing. And I think this project just kind of brought me back that sense of like, hey, like I want to go for this career, but I would also like to go back and help my community. So maybe finding that part where I would be 50-50 on that.
Cool.
I was saying about your just had the same experience, you know, working, you know, all the time, and I also have like outside projects and outside and do some creation for, but yeah, I learned a lot how to balance all this and work out with the time that I have.
If any of us wanted to donate clothes, would you all be able to help with that and kind of show us where to go? I know the event, it was like a one-time thing, but I'm sure you have resources. As you said, you wanted to get out clothes to different shelters.
Yeah, so here's the thing with that. So in Mount Vernon, like I mentioned, I went to the community web center and there's a big building, and I managed to find a lady there who works there, and she gave me the email, and they accept clothes like jeans and stuff. But other places aren't open or are shut down, so I had a bit of trouble with that. I went to like 3 different places. They were not open or they were shut down due to fixing the place. And then, like I said, I saw that Marysville or Seattle have some, but I need to do more research on that because I'm mostly going to just donate the rest to the Brick Center or the food bank that I mentioned, since that's the only two available that I can find. And I know a lot of people that do go to those food banks, and I love the resources that they have there. So, yeah.